Hi, I am Katie. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you if we haven't met before. I have been doing this YouTube thing almost an entire year now, and I have been involved in mama YouTuber groups, and I felt compelled to make this video to get some advice and some encouragement and some stuff off of my chest, because I really want to encourage you and I really want to help you in this journey. Now, this may not be applicable to you. This may be outside of your scope of interests, but I hope that you might stick around just in case, because you might be able to find some relevance to your own life, to something, and if not, that's okay, cool. See you in the next video. Let's do this thing. In being around these groups for almost a year now, I have heard about a lot of things, and I am determined to learn from their successes, their failures, and their questions. So I'm going to be going through some questions and some concerns that I have seen a lot, and we'll talk about them. One of the common questions is, how often should I post? Now I want to respond to that with questions. How often do you post? And how long have you been consistent? Because being consistent for a few months is not that much really in the long run. And it's so important to continually post so that you can get better, so that you can grow. That's the only way to learn, is to keep doing it. Once a month, once every 3 months is just not enough. So I'd really like you to share in the comments with what your uploading schedule is and how long you've been doing that. Sustained uploading, creating, planning, it builds character, and you need to sustain that in order to build character, regardless of views, regardless of watch time. When you're starting out, you really don't even need to look at watch time. You don't need to worry about how many hours you have. Just make it. And each one you make, you will get better. You will find your voice. It's not guaranteed. Success is not guaranteed. You could post 3 times a week, 4 times a week for 3 years, and you might only have a few hundred followers. But what if every single one of those few hundred people watched all of your videos, loved you, cared about you, and were there? That is precious. Don't discount people. Don't look at them only as a number. Look at them as, wow, these people that don't even know me care about me. That's huge. Here's one that comes every so often. What's trending on YouTube? I really want to make a viral video. Oh, you gotta count the cost about this. Have you ever heard of the guy who went viral from his recording of singing Let It Go as different Disney and Pixar characters? I'll link that in the description. But I've read posts from people who said that going viral really hurt their videos because a bunch of people subbed, but they were only interested in that one thing, the content of that one video. And that content didn't reflect the content of their channel as a whole, so none of their other videos got that many views, and it just felt like dead weight. And sadly, the reason that there are going to be videos that get a lot more views is because there are people that have very specialized interests. For example, a video that has the title breastfeeding in it is going to get a lot more views because there's people that are going to want to catch a peek. And And there's people that have other specialized interests like diaper changing. There are people who are very, very interested in the process of a diaper being changed. Emptying garbage cans. Zerberts. I had no idea that that was a special interest, but one of my vlogs back months ago had the word Zerberts in the title, and it's got a couple hundred more views than any of my other videos. And if you look, when I look in my analytics, it's because people are searching for Zerberts. Going viral is kind of like internet currency of winning the lottery. And a lot of people aren't any happier in the long run after winning the lottery either. So here's another question, some more questions about that I'd really love to hear your responses to in the comments. How do you feel, or how would you feel about getting thumbs down and negative comments? How would you feel, or how do you feel about being teased and mocked and talked about? Everything that you do, your appearance, the way you raise your kids, or the way you live your life, or the way you spend your money, or the way you put your makeup on, or whatever. How would you feel about having those things critiqued, dissected, and spat on every single day? Because that's something that people who have success have to deal with. It is so, so important to count the cost before you even jump into this, because that is just a reality. With lots and lots of subs comes jealousy, comes hate, comes trolls, comes so many negative things. Will you be able to tune out those things and listen to the opinions and the voices of the people that actually matter to you, who genuinely care about you? I have read posts of people who have experienced stalkers, have experienced prank calls. I've heard of people who have had others try to get them to lose their jobs just because they disagreed with them. So count the cost. So now, let's talk about content. So some people do get millions and millions of views posting their kids playing and their trips to Target. But what makes your trip to Target and your kids playing special? A question that is really important to ask yourself is, are you doing this to collect memories, or are you doing this to eventually try to make some income off of it? Because they really, for the most part, are two distinct things. People aren't going to want to watch the little details of your life. Generally, I'm not making a whole blanket statement, but generally they aren't going to watch that if they don't know you from anyone else. How many people have so much time in their lives that they are saying, I think I want to watch strangers' kids play at a park. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be searching. People are searching for things to make their lives better. Of course, finding someone that they relate with and will grow to love in between making their life better is good. But let's just do that. Let's just search strange kids playing in a park. Let's see what comes up. So, the top videos that I saw were from channels of very large channels that do very big things. Not just regular parks, but parks with big, huge slides and things that are just over the top. People aren't looking for a park that they already know. Does that make sense? This is feeling boring. Let's move on. The point is, save your memories, but don't get mad at people for not wanting to watch them. For a lot of us, vlogs are fun to make because they don't feel like they have rules. And maybe you don't feel like you have something to share that is searchable. But there's got to be something that you have that somebody might look for. Some recipe, some technique, something that somebody would look for. That's what we're going for here. If you want to grow, if you want people to find you.
So I really hope that I don't come across like I have all the answers, because I know that I don't. And I know a lot of you watching this know a lot more than me about things, and you've put more work into it and more time. So the reason that I put that B-roll footage of me going to sleep and waking up is kind of to poetically symbolize or whatever that I can't get it out of my head. Like, I've spent so much time thinking about these things, and I have such a passion for teaching and for creating community and getting us talking about these things that before I go to sleep, I'm thinking about it. As I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm thinking about it. As I'm waking up, I'm thinking about it. I want to share what I've learned, and I want to hear what you have to say about it, because you guys are amazing, and it takes so much courage to step out and show your life, and it takes such sacrifice. It takes so much gumption to sacrifice time and things that you'd rather do, just trying to make it happen, trying to
Yes.
follow a dream of being creative, of putting your heart out there on the internet to make friends, to connect, to not feel lonely, to build a brand, build a business. So you can check out these lovely channels in the description, and you should definitely do that. See who you connect with, because that's a fun thing, connecting with people. And you should be proud of yourself. And if this video can help anybody to avoid some traps or to look at things that they hadn't considered yet and really evaluate and really mentally prepare, then that's awesome, and I'm excited. And I thank you so much for watching this, and I want to give you a hug, and I want to thank you for listening to this, and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your answers to all the questions that we talked about. I have a lot more topics to cover, and I hope to make those videos later on. Talk to you later. Bye!